This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of My River District. I'm your host, Viveca, the Community Development Coordinator for the City of Owen Sound and, of course, the River District. And today I'm talking to members of Grey Bruce Pride, the organizing members of Grey Bruce Pride, all about Pride Month and the fun adventures that are going to happen this month and the great things that people can get involved in and how they can help. So, hi, this is Rachel Paterson and Josh Malloch. Malloch. Sorry.
Nailed it.
I'm just going to call you Josh from here on out.
That's perfect.
Perfect. Awesome. Welcome.
Thank you.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
Yes, we just did the flag raising at City Hall. You guys were at Georgian Bluffs on Saturday.
Yep.
Raising the flag there. Mm-hmm. There's flag raisings in Kincardine and I think Port Elgin and all over the place in the next couple of days. And we've got a month long of great activities.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it should be really fun. I know that my kid loves it. Just really safe space. She feels that she's included in everything. And of course, I mean, she's 5, so bright colors. She's fairly easy to please. So hi, welcome. And Rachel, we'll start with you. Sure. You are an employee of Malloch, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Can you tell us your title?
So I just recently started as the Building Gender and Sexually Diverse Communities Program Coordinator. So it's the only queer-focused position in all of Grey Bruce.
Wow.
But it's about making sure, both from a systems level, that things are working towards building a gender-inclusive space, but also doing one-on-one support with individuals as well. Okay. Due to capacity levels, it's predominantly been exclusive for Indigenous folks for more of the one-on-one supports, but we have a gender affirming gear library that Grey Bruce Pride also kind of co-collaborates with as well too, which is supported by Year Basics. So if people are needing gender affirming gear, they can get supports there. We've got some different like youth group supports and stuff like that. Yeah, just really trying to go and see what community is needing, in particular our Two-Spirit and trans community and indigiqueer folks, just to try and make sure that they have everything that they need to feel great and supported, and works very closely with schools and health centers as well too.
Awesome. But there is a space for everyone in other groups and things like that. And can you help them find what space is right for them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's so cool that you do that for like as your job.
Yeah, it's actually been a really nice shift to be able to go to that. And I'm really feeling good about being able to keep my queer community safe all the time now. So
that's very cool. And Josh, what about you? Who are you?
Hi, my name's Josh. I'm on the Pride Committee. Mm-hmm. I want to see the male influence in Pride. I know that on Sound is predominantly not, the guys aren't usually coming out, so I'm here to say, hey guys, come out.
Yeah.
Metaphorically and not. And I just want to see a change in our local area, so I'm just doing what I can to support that. I just live and work locally here. I don't have a fancy title like Rachel, but
we could make one up for you. Nobody said we couldn't invent one.
Well, if you want to, feel free. I'm not going to stop you. But yeah, I'm just here to help with events and make sure things are happening. And I just want everyone to feel accepted and welcomed in our area.
Awesome.
Show something a little different.
I love that. So what do we have going on this month?
We've got tons of different things happening. Yeah. So this weekend is the first of the rainbow hikes with the Peninsula Trail Club with the Bruce Trail Conservancy. So it's up at Halfway Log Dump. Okay. People can register online for that. There's still some spaces available, so that'll be great. The same day, Kincardine Pride has outdoor movie screening with Disney's Strange World. Okay. And it's with the very first queer teen in a Disney movie. So that'll be a nice outdoor movie for families. We've got rainbow hikes and paddleboarding that people can kind of come into, and that's more of a drop-in thing. Back during COVID days, a lot of us within queer community were doing that anyway, so we just figured why not make it be an event. So the first one's happening at Burford coming up this month.
Do you have to have your own gear, or is there gear for people to borrow?
We're working to see about the gear to borrow as well. But yeah, it can also be like swimming and stuff like that too. So really just trying to make sure that we've got kind of like private kind of spaces for people that they can feel safe in their bodies and be out on the water and enjoying nature as well. And then we've got some of our local queer safer businesses and queer owned businesses that are doing events too. So we've got like make your own pride outfits going on over at Upward Arts. And then Queer Club also has weekly basketball on Wednesdays over at Harrison Park. And then on the 20th, the night before our parade, we have our second annual, last year was the inaugural, Trans March and Vigils. So we also have a Sacred Fire and songs as well from some of our Two-Spirit community as well there. And last year it was really lovely. So looking forward to having that happen again. And then we've got tons of drag shows that are happening. There's 6 drag shows in 4 weeks. So
oh my gosh.
If you're missing a drag show,
catch the next one.
There will be more.
Yeah.
And I think for the most part that there's a lot of different things happening. There's also like Queer Camp that's happening, and PFLAG has a few different events as well too. So some pride picnics and things. So some of the things are happening on overlapping days, but I think there's like space for everybody. So some are more family focused, some are more adult focused. So I think there should be lots of different things for people to go to.
Sounds like a busy month.
It's very busy.
Yeah.
I know that for the block party and the parade in Owen Sound on the 21st, I'm going to have to stay up after 9 p.m. and that is going to be very, very difficult, but it sounds like it's going to be a blast. So people are obviously going to want to put that in their calendars and make sure they come down and take part in the festivities. And it's always just a lot of fun. Yeah, it is.
There's going to be something for everybody.
Yeah.
There's going to be kids events in the morning. There's going to be food, vendors, entertainment all day long.
Yeah.
And then there's some stuff for later in the evening, more of the adults. There's some more stuff going on for them as well. But if you're around, for sure, come out. There's definitely something for everybody.
And there's a silent disco at one point.
Yes.
Which is so cool. Can you tell us what a silent disco is?
So essentially we've got different headsets. So our DJs are going to be making some different tracks for people to go and listen to. Some are going to be more like queer anthem kind of focused, and other ones will be a little bit different. But one of the things that we often find is that like sometimes it's a lot of sensory overload for folks. So this way it's nice to be able to just like kind of go off in your own world. And there's so much healing that happens when we move our bodies. So it's a really nice way to kind of like release energy, explore our bodies, do all of that. So it's a really great way for folks to be able to engage. But yeah, we'll have 100 headsets that people can go and try out. So for youth and then for adults as well. So
that's very cool. I know there's so many people with auditory processing disorders.
Yeah.
Just out there, they don't even know. They go to a club, they get really overwhelmed and anxious, and they likely have an auditory processing disorder of some sort. And it's so lovely that these spaces are now opening up to include people who may, otherwise not go to something because they feel overwhelmed, or it gives them an instant headache or anxiety or any of those kinds of things. So very cool. Those are very hip. I got to an age now where it's just like, can I say hip? Is that no? Okay. But that'll be very cool, and there'll be 2 of them, right? One for more youth-focused and family-focused, and then one later in the evening.
Yeah.
While the Roxy is having their last performance of 7 Stories, it'll be heading over to Parkwood to kind of just be in that space and have this quieter time respecting the Roxy in their last show, because, of course, everybody loves the Roxy.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be an amazing day in Owen Sound.
Yeah. And the drag show at Parkwood is actually going to be all drag kings as well. So it's going to be really awesome. And then we've got free drag performances as well on the main street as well too.
So cool.
It's always important to have things that people can come to on a budget as well.
Yeah.
There has to be free stuff, and then there's also ticketed stuff that if you want to do something, get a dinner, that type of stuff, that's available to you. But then also lots of stuff to do for free. You can come out. It doesn't have to cost anything.
Yeah. Which I think is important, to be in that space and not have to have that pressure of having to pay for something like that, or taking part in, the silent disco and not having that opportunity because you might not be able to pay for it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And same thing too, one of the things that we're mindful of as well is that some people do want licensed patios and some people do want mocktails or something like that as well too. So we do have 2 licensed patios as well. And then there will be mocktails in those spaces as well too.
Very cool.
So that way if people are looking to have a dry pride, they have that opportunity as well too, and can still take part in all of the celebrations.
Yeah, zero pressure to go outside your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Which I love. And there's going to be vendors. Yep. A bunch of vendors as well, which is always fun. It gives something for people to kind of look at and do. I'm a kind of person who can't just stand and not do things. Please give me a project. I need to help in some way. Otherwise, I can't be in this space. So vendors are always a great thing to be able to wander by and kind of get yourself feeling comfortable in the space and with the people and stuff. And then you can move on to dancing and singing and doing all those kinds of things once you've had that time to acclimatize a little bit, which is awesome. And we're so glad that you're working with the Rumpus Room and Parkwood on this kind of overall project. The parade is coming up. The parade will be right before the block party, right? Yeah. Which is on 9th Street, and the parade will be the same kind of
same route
as last year. Great route. So everybody's kind of encouraged to go over to the block party afterwards. How can people get involved from a participatory kind of way? So
it's quite funny. Is normally we have about 500 to maybe 1,000 people that register for the parade, but there's normally 2,000 plus people that are actually participants. But if you do want to register a vehicle, though, they do have to sign up, though. We please ask that. But people can go and sign up. Our Facebook and our Instagram have a link tree on there, so it's just a Google form. People can sign up as a group, or they can just sign in to join in a group space, because we do have the Friends of Grey Bruce Pride, so the local community can show up. We also have a Proud Parents section as well too, so people can kind of go on in there and help individuals to let them know that there's still parents that are out there that feel welcoming and wanting you to be part of their chosen family as well too. So that's pretty simple. We also have a space for some more vendors and sponsorship, so if anyone wants to get connected, all of those links are on our link tree.
Love that. And that's available on Facebook, Grey Bruce Pride, Instagram, Grey Bruce Pride.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So we're going to go to break. When we come back, we're going to talk about, other stuff.
Cool.
Perfect. Thanks. Sounds great.
Are you a passionate content creator ready to expand your audience reach? Do you have unique stories, captivating hobbies, or special interests that deserve a spotlight? Rogers TV is here to amplify your voice within the community. We offer you the platform to broadcast your content to a wider audience. And the best part, it's completely free. Don't miss this opportunity to share your vision and engage with viewers. Find out how Rogers TV can transform your content journey today. Are you a passionate content creator ready to expand your audience reach? Do you have unique stories, captivating hobbies, or special interests that deserve a spotlight? Rogers TV is here to amplify your voice within the community. We offer you the platform to broadcast your content to a wider audience. And the best part, it's completely free. Don't miss this opportunity to share your vision and engage with viewers. Find out how Rogers TV can transform your content journey today.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
Hi, welcome back to my River District. I'm sitting here with Rachel and Josh, and we were talking Grey Bruce Pride. We were talking a little bit about Queer Club and creating spaces for people to feel safe, to feel included, and those kinds of things. Can you tell us a little bit? We were already having this conversation, but repeat for the viewers, kind of the spaces that exist and what you're doing to kind of create more spaces.
I mean, as far as spaces that exist, not this past year, but the year previously, we had 72 different events through Grey Bruce Pride. So those were different things from hikes to socials to karaoke nights, various different things happening, crafting days, lots of things that way. There's monthly PFLAG meetings. Southeast Grey Health Center has events happening as well. Mawikwadong always had events as well, and Queer Club had events. So these are kind of the main spaces. There's also Kincardine Pride. Markdale Dundalk Pride also has their Pride Walk as well too. So those are kind of the main hubs of what exists locally. But one of the things that's really hard is trying to interconnect everything because of transportation, because of food costs, because of rising costs in anything. And one of the things we often miss is especially for our youth, they often identify that like their library is kind of a queer safe space for them to be able to go to. And yet the libraries might only be open until 5 or 6 or 7 o'clock, but then that becomes complicated if you're trying to host an event there in the evening and you only have like that short window if you are done work at 4:30.
Right.
And then otherwise it's like us having to go and rent spaces, but restaurants or bars are willing to go and give us spaces for free. But then that might become stigmatizing to individuals that are trying not to take part in any kind of substances or might not have the money for things and feel obliged that they have to go and provide, like, you know, at least buy fries or something like that, you know? So it becomes really complex as to what spaces work for people. And so we always try and make sure that we have carpools when we're going out to our hikes. Trying to make sure that we have things for people, but if there's anything that we're missing in kind of our lineups of stuff that we have available, we'd really love for people to be able to reach out to us and provide helpful suggestions. If you own a business that you'd like to be able to partner with us, let us know. Like, that would be great for us to be able to do. Just because we know that there's more people that are out there that aren't feeling comfortable, so what would make them feel comfortable to come on out?
Yeah. I think that's really important, creating that space where people can come forward and say, I need this kind of space to feel my most, you know, true self and stuff. Anybody else seeing this fly?
Yes.
Okay, because you guys are acting very cool. I'm seeing it. I'm like, oh my gosh.
My ADHD's been tracking it all over.
Okay, me too. I was like, how are you maintaining like this whole conversation and watching the fly at the same time?
It's being a friendly fly.
Just wants to be part of the cool club. It's fine.
So to build on what Rachel was saying, I am part of Grey Goose Queer Club, which is just like a small little group of people. We are not any way a replacement for Grey Goose Pride. You are 100% the masters there. We want to do a couple events in a month, just kind of bring people together. You want to have breakfast together, you want to have a brunch together, you want to go out to basketball or something like that. We try and put on one of those every month, just as a supplementary type of event. And if you're free, come on out. Check out Grey Goose Pride. Their Instagram's there. We got Grey Goose Queer Club. Our Instagram is there. If you need help or support in any way, I'll probably direct you towards Rachel. But there's spaces. There's definitely spaces in town. You just have to reach out a little bit to help find them. Yeah,
and if you don't see one that's right for you, reach out and ask.
Yeah.
Because you can always make another space.
Absolutely.
Everybody should feel like they have a space to be included and things like that. So I think that's really incredible. I will not be coming to basketball. Nobody needs to see that.
It's very easy. We're not strict on the rules.
Okay, well then maybe. I'll bring snacks. That's awesome. And I think, Rachel, I'd love to hear a little bit more about your job and how that kind of interconnects to Grey Goose Pride and why people can reach out and how people can reach out and that kind of thing.
Yeah, so for the past year or so, it's been really hard for a lot of people within queer community, right? Like, we're seeing the rising hate. We've been speaking out about it. And if you missed my speech this morning, you'll hear that, when it's only the marginalized community that's being attacked, that's having to brace the weight of all that on their own, it becomes a lot. It's a lot of burden for everybody to go and bear. And it would be so much better if we had collective action to kind of help other people stand with us and take some of that weight off of us. But a lot of us within our committee this year have had to pull back a little bit to take care of ourselves and to take care of our family and like myself included. So it's really difficult because I do a lot of volunteering, and to do my volunteering off the side of my work desk, which was working with Indigenous homelessness, it became a lot to be able to handle and to be able to show up the way that I want to be able to show up for my community. So by shifting to making sure that queer safe spaces is my day job, I'm able to make sure that I'm able to do that. My job, though, is not Grey Goose Pride. That's still volunteering, but there's a lot of things that kind of intersect together as well, right? So it'll be really nice to see how that grows, but right now I'm really just trying to go and make sure that I'm touching base with the people that are already on that, because that position's already been existing for the past 7 years.
Oh, okay.
So I'm really just trying to make sure that I'm touching base with the folks to see what it is that they're needing, and if there's any other folks that are needing supports, that aren't aware of it, that they can reach out so we can kind of build this and curate it to what community needs.
Yeah.
I'm also a beater, so there will be different things like queer crafting clubs and stuff like that come up. So I'm really excited about things like that. But
there's a queer book club,
Absolutely.
which is great because book clubs are awesome. There's so many things in this town.
Yeah.
There really are a lot, and I think the hard part for people is finding it. So I think, Queer Club and Grey Bruce Pride are a really great resource. People can follow and they'll see things happening. They can reach out, which is always really, really important, of course. But just to know that there is those people that you can reach out to, part of the community, that kind of thing, and really get involved if you want to, is really, really important. Let's go back to the events a little bit more.
Yep.
I mean, June 21st is going to be awesome with the parade starting at 2, right? Yeah. And the block party starts kind of immediately following at the same time-ish, depending on where you're standing. You guys will take the regular route from starting kind of like metro area all the way through to the farmers market, disperse at the farmers market. So there's a place for vehicles that are participating to kind of go into the parking lot. As in years past, if you've participated in years past, you'll know it. If you haven't, it's well organized. You'll have marshals marshaling the parade, and everybody kind of works together to make that happen. Dispersing at the farmers market around, 2:20, 2:30-ish. Heading over to 9th Street and taking part in all of the other festivities. But there are more events than that. We've got the queer basketball, which is awesome. Can you tell us a little bit more about the other events, what they kind of look like?
Sure. So as far as the hikes go, they normally try and curate them to be what community is looking for. Some of them also are talking about like nature very much. So they actually have someone from the parks department that's actually coming out and is going to be able to speak about kind of like queerness within nature, which should be pretty cool to go and see. But those are about 2 hours or so. And a lot of them have like nice like overlooks, and it's a nice like slow pace, which is really cool. I'm not too sure which.
You'll get a rainbow badge most of the time. I'm not going to make any guarantees, but they do hand out rainbow badges for these hikes as well. From the
you can,
the trail committee.
Listen,
everybody loves a badge.
Queer folks, we love us a patch. We love us a badge, a sticker.
I can see your bag.
Yes. But queer coding is really important because it tells us that we're safe, right? So it's really important to be able to do those things.
The symbolism of it too.
Yeah, it's really cool. So same thing as far as like the hiking and kayaking, like again, it's just a chance for people to go out in nature. As far as Kincardine Pride's like outdoor movies screening, it'll just be that. It's a basic like going out to, I think it's at Victoria Park in Kincardine, and it's just family going and gathering. PFLAG also has Parade, which is a new movie that's screening at the Rumpus Room on the 29th, so that would be great. They're teaming up with Food Not Bombs for the 22nd to have a picnic on June 22nd, the day after the parade. And for those that aren't aware, our first Pride within Canada was actually picnics. So there's a lot of like historic meaning to the fact that we have like picnic blankets, and that's how we gather. So I think there'll just be a lot of like safe spaces for folks.
Things will come up. If you have an idea for an event and you'd like to see something that's not happening, reach out. And we will do our best to make something happen for you, because you're probably not the only one that wants to see that. So.
And sometimes it can be really hard to know where to start. Right? So, I mean, talking about to any other event planners, it helps to give a little guidance in the beginning and stuff, and have a network of people to reach out to let them know the event's happening. Because, I mean, if you're starting from scratch, you're like, well, I don't know how to tell people that this is happening either.
Well, and that's another thing, too. So a lot of folks don't feel that Facebook and Instagram are safe anymore. So it's like, if there's a different platform you want us to be participating on, let us know.
Sure.
If you need us to go and create some sort of Discord group or something, let us know. And yes, we're very aware that they haven't been safe, and we report things all the time, but it never works out, but we're still there.
I have a gentleman that that does not use socials, and he asked me to send him a text message every time we have an event. So I will take a screenshot of the social, and I will send it to him. So
I have a few
these
that I have
people
to
exist 100%.
that I call.
Yeah.
On the
very
old
kind.
rotary phone. I love it.
We'll give you a call if you need a call.
Yeah.
We'll do our best to get you there.
Yeah.
So let's talk about allies in the community. What
Me
is an
either.
ally? How can they help?
Allies are active. It's not just a noun, it's a verb. So if you're struggling and you're wanting to learn more, reach out to us. We're happy to go and help educate. Grey Bruce Pride can also go and do like anti-oppression training for workplaces as well too. We teamed up with the Star Table last year as well to do one. So, you know, like if there's something that you guys are needing and you want it small or larger, we can curate it specifically to businesses as well. But it's a lot of like sitting in silence isn't helping. We need to make sure that things are safe. So if you want a business, you know, put a window sticker on, but make sure that your staff are trained as well too, to actually make sure people are feeling safe within your business as well, right? And you know, if you are seeing kids getting bullied, intervene if you can safely. Like, I think it's a lot of just making sure that we aren't going silent on things and that we're speaking out and being able to be helpful. And then also calling for accountability from politicians and things like that. And when I think more than anything, it's not feeling pressured to have to go and speak out, but like knowing that you're going to speak out in the first place. I think that's a really important thing, like not to have to be pressured into doing things.
Right. And so being an ally is not just saying, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think that's a thing that people think in the community and all over the world likely is, I'm an ally. I'm cool with whatever. Well,
I think
really.
I think tolerance and acceptance are different things, right? So I think that there needs to be just a little information there. Just because you're cool with it, we love that.
Yes.
But also, there's still a need to be voiced, right? So.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I think that's really important because, there is a different level of complexity when you're talking just somebody who's cool with it. Sorry, my sarcasm. Versus somebody who's involved, actively involved, and they want to support in a more active, public kind of way and things like that. So I think that's really important for people to know. How can people get a hold of you? On socials, Grey Bruce Pride.
Yep. Direct messages, emails, that's the best way. If people want to go and make a charitable donation to us, they can do so through United Way.
Okay.
And their Canada Helps page has like a link directly to Pride as well. I think that's probably it as far as the best way to get a hold of us, other than show up to the events, come see us, come say hi.
Come have a great time, because there's always so much stuff going on and it's so exciting. It's always so fun.
It's year round too.
Yeah.
It's not just this month.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's important for people to know as well. Grey Bruce Pride online on our socials. And we'll see you on June 21st for a great party in the River District. And I will see you later.
Thank you so much
Thanks for
coming.
us. Thank you.
Thanks.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
It's closing time, and you stayed out longer than you planned. So now you can't drive, and the buses have stopped running. You could always call your girlfriend. Or maybe your roommate? What about your best friend? You could just dial 1-888 Taxi Guy or use the Taxi Guy app. The call and the app are free, and they both connect you to a local cab company to bring you home safely. Visit arrivealive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive, drive sober.
Are you a passionate content creator ready to expand your audience reach? Do you have unique stories, captivating hobbies, or special interests that deserve a spotlight? Rogers TV is here to amplify your voice within the community. We offer you the platform to broadcast